Hey guys, this is my first video, so it's going to be a little bit of an experiment, but just to begin I'd like to start off by just talking about my team Juve and their current form, which isn't too good at the moment. They're sitting in 7th on the Serie A table at the moment. Not really an improvement from last year, so looking ahead to the upcoming transfer window in 3 or 4 months time, they're going to have a serious overhaul of their squad. Just running through their squad, goalkeepers they're alright. They've got Buffon, who on his day is the best goalkeeper in the world when he's free from injury. They've got Storari and Manninger as reserves, and you can't really complain about them as your second and third choice keepers. Centre backs, Bonucci and Chiellini. I prefer Chiellini remaining as a centre back, and those two have formed a great partnership over the last 18 months or so. And Barzagli and Sorensen are decent backups. Fullbacks where the real problems begin. Playing a 4-4-2, those fullbacks have got to try to relay up the field, trying to cross over the wingers, but also provide some defensive stability. Motta on the right, or Grigera, or whoever's managing to play, given the injury crisis, they're just not good enough. They're not Juve quality. Same on the left with Traore, Grosso, who's just way too old, De Celia, who just doesn't have it. He's young, he's inexperienced, he's more of an out-and-out midfielder. So fullbacks are a real problem, and just some suggestions on the right. Obviously, Davide Santon from Inter is an option. Glenn Johnson, Jose Bosingwa from Chelsea. They're sort of the players that Juve have to be looking at. On the left, Fabio Contrao had a great World Cup. And the thing that really gets me off is that they kept Grosso and De Celia on the left, but they got rid of Crescito, 23 years old, an Italian international first choice left back, and Christian Molinaro, who they sent off to Stuttgart. They got rid of our two good left backs and kept the two shitty ones. So I mean, bringing one or both of those two back would even be an improvement. In the middle, the midfield is quite solid. Krasic on the right, he is probably our best player. Hasn't been that consistent this year, but he's settled pretty well. Felipe Melo and Aquilani I like in the middle. I can't believe that Juve are struggling to pay the whatever it is, 11 million for him from Liverpool, when he's clearly been one of our best and most consistent performers. I really like him in the middle with Melo. The problem is, though, we're playing a 4-4-2, we don't have a left-sided winger. Marquisio's been playing there, but he's more of a central midfielder. He doesn't have the pace, he doesn't have the, he can't make the runs down the wing and sending balls in like Krasic can. We need to find a winger that complements Krasic. Guys like Charles Nzogbia, Michel Bastos, Juan Manuel Vargas from Fiorentina are all options. He's obviously got Serie A experience, so there's no shortage of options, and they're all attainable players as well. Moving to Juve would certainly be a step up for all of those players. Maybe not at the moment in our current form, but there are definitely some options. Up forward, Matri and Quagliarella are probably our two best and youngest forwards, although they're both on loan. Del Piero is, as much as he's done, as much as he's my favourite player for the club, he's too old. Amari, he's shithouse. Tony is just an old man. I don't know why they bother getting him. I suppose he was a last-minute signing because of injury crisis, and Quintus is starting to lose it as well. He's in his 30s now, so Matri and Quagliarella, whether we keep them after their loan spell is finished, I don't know, but they certainly need some work done on the forward line. The other thing is, I'm not convinced about Beppe Marotta, our sporting director. as well as the manager Luigi Del Neri. Credit to them for the job they did at Sampdoria, getting up to 4th in the table last season, getting him into the Champions League qualifying spot. But this is a different kettle of fish altogether. Moving to a side like Juve, they just don't have the big club experience. Marotta signing these idiots like Tony and Jorge Martinez for 12 million, who hasn't even barely got a game, when they should have been going for guys like Dzeko and Neymar and all these guys. So yeah, look, they really need to make some serious signings, particularly those fullback positions, a left winger and a forward, which I forgot to mention. Some possible forwards, Giuseppe Rossi would be keen to come back to Italy. Neymar has already said that he's keen to come to Juve, should they be able to meet the asking price. Benzema, Adebayor, there's no shortage of options, so really Juve need to get their act together and start signing some players, because while the manager and the sporting director haven't really fit the bill, as far as I'm concerned, it's top quality players that you need to get top results and to form a top quality side. So without signing some serious players, instead of wasting $12 million on guys like Jorge Martinez, we're not really going to get very far. So finishing 7th, 8th maybe in this campaign, missing out on a European spot altogether, possibly, it's possible. I almost want it to happen just to send that wake-up call through to the board, because some serious overhaul is required. That concludes my first video. It was a little bit spur of the moment, sort of just tried to wing it, so let me know what you thought. I'll put some more thought and effort into it next time, but this is just a tester, really. Me just crapping on about my complaints about Juve. Rate, comment, subscribe, yada yada yada, and I will preview the Champions League round of 16 second legs in my next video, which will be in approximately a week's time, depending on how busy I am with uni and all that shit. So yeah, leave some comments, let me know what you think, even if you thought it was a shit ass effort, it's fair enough. But yeah, I'll have another video out soon. Thanks.